Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's episode, I'm just going to give you a quick market update. Now, whatever I say in this video should not be considered financial advice, and I'd advise you to do your own research before you buy any cryptocurrency. Okay, so I did make an update video there about 2 days ago. I'd advise you to give that one a watch. Now, in that episode, I was leaning quite bearish. I was seeing a lot of signs in the market that we were seeing a lot of froth, and I was expecting a sell-off. But lo and behold, we are seeing quite the appetite for risk. And even with all the bad news circulating in the market, Bitcoin is still looking very, very strong. So we'll go through it in this video. Okay, so as we look at the Bitcoin price, we can see that it is respecting this trend line. So in the previous update video, I was saying that we should proceed with caution, as I was expecting the Bitcoin price to maybe roll over and maybe come back into this demand zone. But as you can see here, Bitcoin is not stopping, and it is looking like it's going to break the 100k level very, very soon. Now, I am still expecting a pullback at some stage. I am currently sitting 10% in cash, and I'll be waiting to load up if we do get a substantial pullback. Now, we could make the argument that Bitcoin is now forming a double top formation, which is a bearish pattern. Or we could see Bitcoin break the 100k level and then eventually get the retrace then after it breaks the 100k level. But at the current moment, the momentum is surely to the upside. So moving on to the total tree here, and as you can see, this chart is also pushing higher. It has broken out past the previous all-time high in the last bull run, alongside with others. The others is the top total market cap, excluding the top 10 altcoins, and this is also pushing higher. It's still quite a bit away from its all-time highs. Now, as we progress over the next few weeks, I do suspect that this will absolutely rocket. And again, if we look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, this is pretty much fallen off a cliff here, and this is just signaling that all season is underway. So again, if we just move on to some news here, yesterday we did see the South Korean president declares martial law due to political pressure, accusing the opposition of being North Korean sympathizers. So we'll just go through this thread right here. So the military was attempting to take control of parliament, and violators of martial law face arrest without warrant. South Korea's Democrat leader live streamed himself climbing a blockade to enter parliament and vote against martial law. Protesters seen chanting to stop martial law. And then there was also a female protester in South Korea fighting back against the police grabbing his gun. So South Korea's martial law was lifted after the parliament had voted 190 to 0. So this was the first martial law declared in South Korea since the country's transition to democracy in the late 1980s. It marks a critical challenge to its democratic framework. So lo and behold, now I do believe that the president will face arrest. So I did see this tweet from Ash Crypto. So breaking, so this was yesterday. So South Korean president declared martial law. People are thinking North Korea have something to do with it, and Koreans are in panic mode. So on Upbit, a biggest Korean exchange, Bitcoin dumped 27% within minutes. So it went from 95,000 to 71,000. But then it was bought back up really, really quickly. This just goes to show that even when we see bad news coming out, it doesn't really affect the Bitcoin price that much. Like, people are just have such an appetite for risk, they will just buy up the dip really, really quickly. So again, I seen this post today, breaking: South Korea to inject unlimited liquidity into the markets as long as necessary. Send it. So this is obviously very, very bullish for risk on assets. And I also seen this tweet today from Jerome Powell. So we'll just give this one a listen here.
I don't think that's how people think about it. I mean, it's so, people use Bitcoin as a speculative asset, right? It's like gold. It's just like gold, only it's virtual. It's digital. People are not using it as a form of payment or as a store of value. It's highly volatile. It's not a competitor for the dollar. It's really a competitor for gold. That's really how I think of it.
So this is absolutely insane that the head of the Federal Reserve is comparing Bitcoin to gold. So the gold's market cap is coming in at 17.96 trillion. So let's just roughly call it 18 trillion. And we know that the market cap of Bitcoin is now sitting just under $2 trillion. So that's about a 9x away from gold's market cap. So if you look at it in this perspective, then Bitcoin is still very much undervalued. So we also seen this today that the hawk to a girl, Haley Welch, launched her own meme coin.
Meme coin is up.
Now this turned out to be an absolute disaster. So if you look at bubble maps, 96 of the supply was in one cluster. So obviously there was snipers that sniped up 96% of the supply. So this is absolutely crazy. So it actually pumped to a market cap of $660 million. And then within minutes, it dumped and it's now sitting at 44 million. So a lot of people are giving out about this on the timeline, saying that this was a complete rogue and that she might even do time for this. Now, I'm not sure if she'll do time, but it's definitely not a good look. I don't think she should have ever created a meme coin, because if you look back in history of celebrities creating meme coins, they all just go to shit and they all rogue, and it just puts a bad look on the space. So I would not be buying this one right now. I think this is a complete and utter disaster. Now, maybe she was taken advantage of, I'm not too sure, but we'll have to wait and see. So moving on here, so finally I pulled the trigger and bought some Bully. So in my opinion, this is the best sentient meme coin in my opinion. The stats speak louder than words. Bully is now on TikTok and is reaching crazy engagement. This is only the beginning. So if you look at a holder scan, you can see it's currently has over 29,000 holders, and the holders keep growing steadily. So again, this is Bully. So it's now active on TikTok, and it's gaining quite the engagement. So you can see some of its videos is reaching over 250,000 views. So again, this is a sentient meme coin. I did make a video on sentient meme coins if you're not aware of them. So you can take a look at this video. It'll just bring you up to date. But yeah, so this, in my opinion, I think Bully is the best sentient meme coin out there. So if we just go to the Bully chart, so today I pulled the trigger and my entry was at $98 million, and it's now up at $108 million. Now I do suspect that this was a good entry, as it did find support here, and you have to realize this coin hasn't even been listed on any major exchanges yet. And if you see, it's like the daily volume this coin is getting is absolutely insane. Alongside all the engagement it's getting with Twitter, and now that it has its own TikTok account, I suspect that this coin is going to do extremely well in the up and coming bull market. So moving on here, we are seeing some more inflows to the Bitcoin ETF. So yesterday we had a whopping $676 million inflow. Today we're seeing slightly in the red so far. We're seeing a big outflow from Grayscale, which is like 94 million. But we are still yet to get updated off a load of other ETF providers. So this actually could turn positive on the day. We will find out more tomorrow morning. In my previous update video, I was leaning quite bearish. I do suspect that we will eventually see substantial pullback. So as you can see here from this tweet, leverage wide possible, margin, borrowing rates and funding rates are reaching unsustainable levels, signaling excessive leverage in the system. A wipeout could be imminent. So just definitely be cognizant of that, even though we are seeing some bad news and the market is just shaking it off and it just seems like it wants to pump higher. We will see a leverage flush very, very soon. So in my opinion, I still am holding 10% of my portfolio in cash, and I'm preparing for this dump if it does happen. So there you have it, folks. That is your updated video. I hope you got value out of this one. If you did, please go down, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.